Hey, hey, hey. What's poppin'? What it do? My name is Miladies. I am your spirit shifter here guiding you on your journey to a self-awareness. And today we are talking about procrastination. You know what's funny? I was sitting here as I was thinking about this topic and I was saying procrastination, but it's really procrastination. And that's just me because my first language was Spanish. Okay. So I'm going to give you guys 3 tips. But I'm also going to share 3 things that get in the way of us getting things done. We'll break down a couple of things. But first and foremost, you already know. Let me put on some lipstick or something to look cute, How y'all feeling? Let me know in the comments. I was behind. I was doing laundry. I got a real life. All right. So how many of you can relate to this topic? I believe everybody can. Heck, our doctors procrastinate with us and they don't give us our damn rest what you call that? Recipe? The doctor's recipe. Right? That's what it's called. Oh, I haven't been to the doctor in a while. I do a lot of holistic stuff. All right, so first and foremost, let's start off with always saying thank you and welcome to the channel. If you're new here, we don't just do astrology and tarot, we do other things. If you are on TikTok, how you doing? Go ahead and follow me on YouTube, Galactic Hood Buddha. This is a self-awareness channel, so I get all up in your business because I get all up in my business, right? So I make sure that I do the best that I can to be as self-aware as possible. Of course, there's cracks in the crevice. Nonetheless, this is one of those reminders, procrastination. Now that we in Virgo season, it's just like, school is coming in for many of those parents who are probably rushing to get last minute things or just beginning to get things for your children, right? We'll talk about our own childhood and how procrastination could have been kind of like embedded inside of us. All right. So I'm going to say thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. All right. Because it does mean a lot. It helps me help you to know what to put out. All right. There's another video that I did on 5 tips to protect your aura. So go ahead and check that out as well. There's so much on this channel. There's a search button when you come to the page where you can look and see, type in some stuff and see what's there. There's affirmations, there's challenges, there's so much on here. So I'm happy to be here with you. All right. Yes, I'm drinking. We'll share. I got some questions for y'all. All right. So I love y'all. All right. So every month we do some Reiki every month. We took a short break because my pops passed away and my best friend passed away. So I was like, hold up. Nonetheless, we came back. And so for the past 2 months, we've been working. We worked on our emotional support. We worked on protection for this month. I also have a testimony that I was allowed to share. You'll see it in the community. Go into the community tab. Don't forget that I'll be putting stuff in the community tab for you. All right. So let me just share with you real quick how to get to the Riki Box. What is it? It's I'm shifting the name thanks to some people who have joined the box. It's going to be called Daily Reiki Flow. Okay. It's about time. I've had Riki Box since 2019. Nonetheless, let me just show y'all real quick. So when you go on YouTube and you can get a link, you're going to see the link is going to be this one right here, which is the solo tool that I always have, and it's always updated. So here you guys can get updated with a bunch of stuff that I have going on, how to get your one-on-one sessions. If you never tried Reiki before, you go ahead and try that. But here is where you go in and you can check more stuff, right? Because I have a lot of things for you guys. I'm a projector. Like, come on now. All right. So this is where the Reiki box is at. So it's every month. You have the ability to cancel it whenever you choose to. There's no obligations here. If it's just for 1 month, I'll see you later. You feel me? For the most part, is a continuous box for the community. For those of you who work in a condensed environment where you work with a lot of patients, where you work with a lot of doctors, those of you who are healers, those of you who are caregivers and are looking for a boost, like a boost of energy from like some source, and you're just like, oh shit, I forgot I was in the Reiki flow. Yeah. All right. So much stuff can happen within a month, and this, based on the themes, if it resonates with you, you can join. This month is going to be about dissolving procrastination, and it's going to be increasing productivity. So if you're someone who procrastinates, which is what we're going to be talking about, this month is going to be about that. So you go ahead and check it out. There's more details. So you can get a little glimpse on how it goes. For last month, we got a welcome email, right? Then for week 1, we have a theme. There's affirmations on a weekly basis. I am not stalking you at all. Are you doing it? Are you not doing it? No, because you'll receive the information there. So if you're interested, go right ahead and get that going for yourself. Yeah, so I really wanted to share about the Reiki box because that's something that is happening, and it does closes because it's very intimate. So after the 8th of each month, it closes out, and you have to wait until the next month. All right, for any type of services, astrology, tarot, whatever the case might be, you can get it there. Don't forget that I have free articles for you to read. All right, I love to write. You guys already know that. It's Buy Me a Coffee, and yes, I'll share this as well. So Buy Me a Coffee pretty much has this tab on top where you can also search, and this is where there's more information. So yes, I do a video, but I also write, like I said. So in this particular article, I added some questions that you can ask yourself when it comes to productivity, and I added 3 more techniques and things like that. I also added some Reiki information so you guys can look at that as well. So Buy Me a Coffee is very lucrative for those of you who love to read. There's articles like you could type in. I'm gonna just show y'all TikTok. Y'all gotta come over here. Reparenting, right? Because I'm gonna be talking. I'm going to be talking about reparenting soon, but here you can see how I have some articles for y'all. All right, 7 steps to reparent yourself. If you ever wanted to read about that, and yada yada yada. Oh, I'm not a boring guy. Okay. All right. So let's get to it. Nothing but to do, and let's get to it. Procrastination and laziness. Let's talk about it. Let me know in the comments. Hey, everybody. Let me know in the comments, where in your life do you feel that you procrastinate? And I'll share with you where I feel like I procrastinate. I procrastinate on big projects. Yeah. Yeah. Am I working on it? Of course I'm working on it. I'm even better than ever now, right? When you are in charge of specific things, you become more productive. But nonetheless, we all have an area in our life where we may not be so productive. So where in your life do you feel you're less productive? Is it with cleaning, right? Maybe you don't clean every day. Maybe you don't clean every week. Heck, maybe you don't clean every month. Nobody's judging you. Nobody's in your house. What motivates you? All right. So let's define procrastination. All right. We also, like I shared, we're going to be exploring how our upbringing influence our habits, as well as, identifying the major factors that contribute to procrastination. All right. So procrastination is the act of delaying a task that we know we need to do. All right. And most times it causes anxiety for us, right? We get that last minute rush, like, oh my God, I gotta get this done. I gotta get it done. I gotta get it done. I gotta get it done. What that adrenaline does for us, we'll find out a little bit later. Nonetheless, is it a good feeling? Is it a bad feeling? Where does the feeling of anxiety when you do things last minute, where does it lead you? How does it make you feel? Is it good? Is it not so good? I want you to sit with that feeling because it's really going to put you in a space of defining the difference between procrastinating and laziness, right? Because laziness, right, it's more about the lack of motivation to act at all. That's what laziness is. So now you got the idea of what procrastination is and what laziness is. And now you can push yourself back and say to yourself, well, what am I doing? Right? Do I have fear of doing this? Or I just don't feel like doing this at all? This is where we want to go into our emotions when it comes to the tasks that we put on ourselves. All right. So, y'all know I'm reading my notes. Oh, going outside. So somebody says going outside. They procrastinate to go outside because they live on the third floor. She said she gets tired just thinking about it. Oh man, the stairs. Did I ever live in a space where there was times where I lived in when the elevator wasn't working, we had to go up the stairs. That has happened in the past. And by the way, when my father passed away, shout out to the people that came and assisted me because we had to go up and down the stairs. We didn't go too many times. We definitely had to though, and it was 14 flights. No elevators and groceries and laundry. I know. Nonetheless, can you commit to something like is there a reward for you out there? Like vitamin D from the sun. Is that a reward for you to just push yourself out there? This is funny that we're connecting this right now. There was a meme or post that said, what did the post say? Hurry up, ladies, because okay, wait a minute. It said nowadays, basically, in other words, that nowadays when we go outside to do our chores or our chores or our come on, Mercury is going direct today, so just give me 1 second, all right? Our errands. When we go and run our errands, we call that going outside. That's not really going outside. That's you doing what you have to do. Going outside is you chilling in the garden, or you going to go visit a friend and getting out your environment, doing something different, right? Not just going. Don't say, yeah, I'm going to a different store. That's doing something different. No. So if you have been saying, oh, I went outside today because you ran errands, scratch that off the list. That doesn't belong there. Thank you, Evans. I was a little stuck there, y'all. Don't mind me. All right. So let's go in a little bit deeper, right? Let's get into our geek mode real quick, because if you know that I read, you know that I like the scientific aspect of life. Because yes, we have our intuition. Nonetheless, we are also logic beings. They decided to do that left brain, right brain stuff to us. So therefore, when it comes to the scientific, psychological aspect of procrastination, all right, they have linked that our brain is wired to basically look at a task a certain way. All right. Procrastination is not a result of poor time management. All right. It's not that you don't have time, because you guys already know that I'll share that we have 24 hours in a day. All right. Not only do we have 24 hours in a day, do y'all want me to go on how many hours we got in a week? And we all got 24 hours. So don't charge not having time to not getting things done. Okay? For you and for me. I'm talking to myself too. All right? It's rather coping with the mechanism that is formed around anxiety that is associated with the ability for us to start and complete a task. So the prime example to this is your boss tells you that you have a week. Many of us work in time sensitive spaces where there's a report due at the end of the month, where there, and you've been working there for 10 years. So hold on, don't come at me. I'm just sharing because I used to be in the same thing. I used to be a social worker. So I knew what it was to have things done by the end of the month. We had to do 15 calls by the end of the month. All right. To each it was, I don't know if it was 15 or 30 calls. We have to have a certain time. All right. We had to talk. We had to say we was talking to the client for half an hour. So I know about all of that. I know where for my 9 to 5ers. I know this. All right. So when we at the meeting and your boss says that it's done in a week, what tells you I have time? Think about that. All right. Because when we go into the brain, listen to me, the limbic system, follow me, is with our brain. All right. The part of our brain that processes our emotions is often in conflict with our prefrontal cortex. So there's a fight within yourself, within your brain, all right, to manage the planning and the decision making. It's our emotions. Our emotions is what's keeping us from doing things rather than the time or even what we have to do. Because we know we have to clean at some point. All right. If we don't see it, we will be told by the rodents and the stuff that comes into our home. All right. So when the emotional response takes over our entire just thinking process, all right, we end up feeling uncomfortable and just avoiding the entire situation. Exercising is one of those, right? Just thinking about exercising, people get tired. Excuse me, I'm getting over a cold. Just like Gabby expressed about going up and down the stairs. All right. So again, when you're going to begin a project, do we look at the time or when it's done? Or do we look at where is our emotions? Am I in a space where I can tackle this? Or am I not in a space where I can tackle this? What time of the day can I tackle this? When do I have the most energy? Does this go into building a task? Probably not. Does this gear more towards how am I feeling about this project? Yes, that's where it goes. All right. So I'm going to share a little story that I got. Virgo season is making you be more structured. Yes. Yes. It really does. It puts us in a good space to be structured. All right. So for me, college projects were my procrastination. Okay. So I do have my bachelor's in Africana studies. All right. My BS. Which, anyways, focus, my ladies. Do not talk about the school system. Okay. With that being said, I got my associates first, and then let's go back. No, ladies, focus. All right, because I was going to go back to high school. I was like, I kind of procrastinated there too. I went to Bronx Community College, and I graduated. That was good, right? When it came to the projects, it felt like it was high school, so I breezed through that. That was nothing. When it came to Bronx Community That's Bronx community. Lehman College. I went to Lehman College. When I went to Lehman College, that's when things got a little rough because I'm like, oh, okay. I kind of like was bad in high school, so I kind of skipped some subjects and things like that. So that's not here or there. Nonetheless, English and history was my favorite, and I was able to get things done because English and history was my favorite, and I was taking Africana studies, Black studies, right, history on Latino studies, all those things. It was nothing for me to wait literally till 2 days before the paper was due, or even the day the paper was due. Sitting in the lab, not going to the class, sitting there going crazy, right? Yes, I did get A minuses and B pluses. Okay, that was not cute though. That was not cute at all. I did also delay my graduation. I went off, see the procrastination. I went off into a different venture and I got certified as a holistic health coach. And then I came back. So I think it took me like about another, maybe like, it was 2017 I graduated with my bachelor's. I wanted to share the procrastination aspect because it goes into what we're going to talk about, right? How are our upbringings influence us to procrastinate? That's right. We're not doing the blame game though. We're not gonna blame our parents because they was late for everything, so that's why I'm late for everything. Okay, we know that story, but we don't have to continue to replay it. So why are we here today? So that we can recognize where some of these habits are coming from, rather than to point fingers. Because when we recognize, right, that self-awareness, we get back into what we desire to do. Prime example when it comes to the food shopping. It was a couple of, I think it was like last year on TikTok, I spoke about this, where I had to stop myself from food shopping and redirect how I desired to food shop because I was the main person to go food shopping for the entire house. Growing up, there was a system that my mother had. So I had to follow that, right? I carried that system all the way until probably like a couple of years ago, and I started recognizing that I was also letting food go to waste. And I'm like, hold up, you have to shift it. But that was because again, what was embedded with the food shopping, I had to change it, and then now I changed that habit, and now I shop the way I desire to shop, so that I one won't waste food, two eat things that I desire to eat, not things that I remember from growing up. All right, so that's an example, right? Our upbringing really influences us. So think about your life. Was there anybody who was a procrastinator? Right? The family dynamic. You have the busy family, right? Who honors being busy all the time, right? So that can cause some type of anxiety on being on time, getting things done, making sure things is perfect. Bye bye. All right. Were you the one that grew up in a household where your caregiver or your parents were procrastinators? My mother definitely was a procrastinator. Not when it involved abundance, though. Whenever it involved abundance, she was on time, which is where I share with y'all, right? When you guys desire to get things done in life, act like there's a reward of $1,000 towards it. Remember when we act the Lulu anyways, it might just be it might not be actually $1,000, but it could be rewards in other different ways. Prime example, I was rewarded this weekend for assisting somebody, right? I was not looking for anything at all. It's my sibling. I'm helping out my sister. Like, come on now. But for the most part, it feels good to help out. And so by assisting, I was rewarded something that I was about to go and buy. All right. And so with that being said, when you are doing things, think about what rewards are going to be there for you. Is it going to be a clean home? Is it going to be a better job, right? Procrastinating because you didn't do your resume yet. I'm going to leave the job. Get your resume done. All right. So again, we're not blaming our parents. We're not blaming those who raised us. We are recognizing and we're shifting, because I'm going to give you the tips to shift. Okay. Okay. So cultural factors. Different cultures have different attitudes towards the time and productivity. All right. There's some cultures that emphasize you being rather than doing. Right. If we head out of this side and we go to the eastern side, things are a bit more different. So maybe some people from different cultures don't even carry the word procrastination in their vocabularies. Did y'all know that a lot of times there's words that are carried in specific spaces and others they don't even know about it? And I'm not talking about different languages. I'm just talking about like the definition. Okay, so our environment, all right? Growing up, we can grow up in a chaotic environment that can also lead to procrastination as we get older. My environment was definitely chaotic. You know what, we definitely was early for the doctors. We wasn't late for doctor's appointments. School, we definitely wasn't late for school. First and foremost, we always went to school because my mother was like, fuck that. I need my time. Oh, you sick? She used to put Tylenol in aluminum foil and put it in our pocket. She said, whenever you feel some type of way, go to the nurse, tell her to call me. It's okay for you to take the Tylenol. Again, my mom's, she was a little bit different. She did a little tough love, you know? All right, so think again about your habits now. What do you delay? Is it laundry? I delay laundry. Those of you who know me know I delay laundry. There's times where I will go and I have these shops around me where I can get a shirt for like about $3. You know what I mean? And if I could get a shirt for $3 and not do laundry, I would probably get the shirt for $3. Mind you, there's a whole bunch of shirts there, and I can use those $3 to go and do laundry. We're not here to judge. Y'all won't buy a lot of people. For me, wherever they take, I don't know where the stores take these shirts from, because I be seeing some shirts that look like they belong in a different store, like Abercrombie and Fish and all that. Nonetheless, these discount stores out in Harlem, yeah, if you know, you know. So they be having $3 shirts, baby. Anyways, so again, look at your habits. We're gonna go into now understanding motivation and productivity. All right. Sometimes we got to go back. We got to go back, and we also got to redefine. I share that a lot. Redefining what these words mean to you. Me and my older sister always have a semi dispute. We about that life. Me and her, we really go back and forth, and I enjoy it because I learned a lot and she learns a lot. Most times we agree to disagree because she definitely has a broader point of view, spectrum of certain things, and I'm just like, yeah, no. Nonetheless, when we do debate words, we sit with each other, we Google these words, then we break it down like, what does that mean to you? Okay, based on your experience, and then what does it mean to you? Most times they don't accept the way it means to me because, you know, nonetheless, we do have different type of meanings. So begin to see how you can shift the meanings to these words. One, so that they're not they don't carry that same vibration, right? So that we would be able to look at it from a different perspective. Because if we look at it from the same perspective that we've been having, procrastination, sounding daunting, I don't want to do nothing. We already said procrastinating is not that we don't want to do anything. All right, that's lazy, and it's okay to be lazy. Hey, Vicky, how are you? All right, let me go back to my notes. Oh wait, y'all said, who said something? Who said that? Okay, let me see. I blame living in a house when I lived in Maryland. So now I have to get used to these stairs. Oh yeah, it's different when you do live in a house, right? Everything. Listen, I was away for a whole month from May to June, and I was in a car consistently. When I get back home, I got to use these shovel legs. I know what you mean, Gabby. All right. You said for me, it's learning to balance work and school and still have time for my little one. I'm building the courage little by little. Yes. Yes. All right. So motivation is the force that initiates, guides, and maintains our goals, focused right in our face, right? With the behaviors and all. Motivation. All right. In which case, it pushes us to act. We do something. All right. Whether if it's getting up to go get a glass of water because we thirsty, we was motivated because we was thirsty, we was parched, we probably was choking. What's motivating me to drink this? A good gut. All right. And my body's like, get it together, girl. All right. Or reading a book to gain more knowledge. Either way, what is motivating you? Again, we found out procrastination. We talk about laziness. Now we talk about motivation. All right. Yeah, go get your notebook. We studying today. Productivity. All right. Is about the way we effectively use the resources, right? Our time, our energy, our efforts to achieve whatever outcome we desire. All right. Wasting minimal time, right? Exercising. Oh, I want to exercise every day, but I don't have enough time, which is what everybody be saying. Well, put 10 minutes on the motherfucking clock, get 5 exercises, all right? Do them 30 seconds each, take a 1-minute break, do that twice or 3 times. You could do it under 10 to 12 minutes, and you're done, right? It was effective, all right? You use little energy, or maybe used enough, all your energy, depending on who you are, all your energy in the morning. So that was it. All right. But it got done. I share this with people all the time. Your place is a hot mess, right? Everything's all over the place. Put 10 minutes on a motherfucking clock. All right. I like the 10-minute thing because I feel like y'all can't argue with me about 10 minutes. Because what y'all do with 10 minutes, y'all get up, y'all put your fucking slippers on, and y'all go shit, brush your teeth. Even if y'all brush your teeth, but y'all get on your motherfucking phone and y'all be scrolling for an hour. So that's why I say 10 minutes. All right, 10 minutes on the clock. Pick one area that's visible and demolish it for 10 minutes and let it go. Do something else. Push yourself. All right. So now when we connect both motivation and productivity, right? Motivation aligns with our goals. It is clear. And productivity naturally increases what we're going to be doing. Okay. Okay. So understanding what drives you can help overcome procrastination. And this is how we become more productive. They always say this everywhere we go. I've been in multiple businesses. They always say, what is your why? Why are you doing this? Oh, because, or why do you want more money? Oh, because I want to be able to buy this, that, and the third. Why do you want more money? Oh, because we all want more money to be free. We want freedom. We want to do whatever the fuck we want to do, right? So what is your why? Why is it that you have to do the project that your boss told you to do? Because you got to get paid. If not, you're not going to get paid, and then you can't pay your bills. That's why we doing it, all right? But here's the better question. Why are you upgrading your resume? Because you want a job that appreciates you. Okay? Three things that is holding us back. Hey, what's up, sister? 3 things that is holding us back. 3 things that's holding us back. I play too much. I do. I'm being a bit more organized, Fear of failure. Fear, false evidence appearing real, and failure. Many of us procrastinate because we are scared of failing, all right? And according to psychological research that I've read, all right, this fear activates our body's stress response, which then makes us be on that fight or flight. Like we be causing a lot of concerning alerts to our own body. Being afraid to fail goes straight into stress. So then we don't even want to do the task at all. Oh, well, school, right? I want to do the school project, but I'm scared I'm going to fail because what? Maybe I didn't prepare myself. Maybe I didn't read. Maybe I didn't go to tutoring. Whatever the case might be, the fear is there. So then what happens? We go throughout the school term or year with the fear so we don't be the best version of ourselves that we could be. All right. So what do we do? Well, I'm going to tell you the 3 tips, but just specifically for fear, do it any fucking way. What's the worst that can happen? Who was it? And this is just like the base. I think it was KFC. They denied his recipe about 200 and something odd times before now. Look at all of us. Okay? I'm just saying. Number 2, perfectionism. All right? Wanting everything to be perfect is often paralyzing. Perfectionism isn't about high standards, right? It's about fear of making a mistake. I'm going to say that shit again, all right? Perfectionism isn't about showing up with the best. It literally is about us feeling like we're not good enough. All right? So, this fear can be overwhelming, which goes back again to what? Not wanting to start in the first place. It's a lot, right? Enough for us to be able to maneuver through Virgo season, enough for us to, for those of us who are on in the process of going into fall and winter, it's hibernation time anyways, baby. This is where we can go ahead and do something different. There's a new moon coming up, so you got this, all right? And there's a video that you definitely can continue to come back over and over again to motivate yourself, all right? The third one is being overwhelmed, all right? Feeling overwhelmed is a common, right, that we face when we are doing big projects. Heck, some of us, even when we're doing little projects, which then can lead for us to be tired of making decisions. What is the next collage that I got to put up? Oh my God. What is the next presentation? The next slide? Oh, this is why it's important for you to do what you love so that a lot of these words, feelings, or actions don't even come your way. All right? I can feel y'all allowing all of this to like settle in. As I mentioned, there's some questions in the blog that I wrote that you can find all over the place, all the links. All right, and down below as well, where you can ask yourself some questions. Not only you, but those around you. If you are a parent, right, now is the time for you to set good stepping stones. Good. Let's not even label it good or bad. Just setting stepping stones for your children so that they don't end up like where we're at, right? Figuring out what the hell is procrastination, or why do I procrastinate? What the hell? I've been saying that a lot. I wonder what I was watching. All right, so let's get into the 3 tips to move past procrastination. You heard what I said, to move past. We dissolving, we moving past it. We know that it's there, right? A lot of times we want to, I don't know, we want to act like it's not there. It's there, and it's looking at you like this. Now make sure that I finish this before I get off, all right? Write it in the comments. Be like, finish your juice. All right. Oof. Tip number 1, break your task into smaller steps. I heard this before, so we're going to hear it again. All right. Start with something small to avoid feeling overwhelmed. We are preventing, right? When they do like the diabetes prevention program, right? We preventing ourselves from becoming overwhelmed and stressed so that we won't be on that fight or flight mode, all right? Or freeze, right? Because sometimes when we freeze. All right. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with 1 step. That same thing. Rome wasn't built in 1 day. That part. We have 24 hours in a day. All right. Allow yourself to pick what you can do throughout the week. All right. Number 2, set clear deadlines and accountability. I'm going to say that again. Set clear deadlines and accountability. Accountability, what does that mean? That you are appointing and making somebody responsible for your actions. A lot of times when we have an accountability partner, we tend to get things done. Why? Not for nothing. We don't want to look bad when we ask somebody to hold us accountable for something, because it's like then we're feeling like we're being scolded by a parent. Or well, you said you was going to do this and you didn't. Or like some of our old ex-partners, or you. So tell a friend or family member about your goals. No, you don't have to tell the whole fucking world unless you're motivating and you're not afraid of, comments and things like that. You don't let social media bring you down. Don't ever let social media bring you down. Just showing up alone is big. Okay? All right? So let them know what you're doing, what your goals are, and when you intend to achieve them. All right? Sometimes just knowing that somebody else is watching is a huge motivator. Sometimes I feel like somebody's watching me. I'm an accountability partner to a hell of a lot of people. And I enjoy that. Because I have that fiery energy in my chart to be like, what's up? You did that? But I also have people in my life that press me too. And the same way y'all look at me and y'all be like, leave me alone. That's the same thing I do to them. We all have those people that we can actually depend on. But don't lie. Because you lying to them, you're lying to yourself. Don't lie and be like, this is what I want to do, and you really don't. Because you're wasting their time by lying. If you're going to do it, let's get it done. Oh, but I want to talk about it. Talk about it to people that know that you're not going to get it done. I'm just saying. All right? And change your environment. If you're always procrastinating in the same spot, this is a game changer. I could have given you any other tips, but this one right here, move to a cafe, a library, or even just a different room of the house. A lot of times we sit in the same space. Literally, you get home, you take off your shoes, whether you take a shower. I don't know what you do when you tell me what you do when you get home. I would like to know what's your downtime for the next day. Should we do a video on? Is that our next video? Let me write that down. Look at me getting shoot. Setting up downtime, right? I got tips for y'all. I gotta write this down, y'all. Sorry. A video for downtime. Being able to know how to wind yourself down can wind you up in the morning time. All right, let's get through this video. Okay. Many of us, again, are in our home and we stay just in our room all the time and then wonder why the living room or the kitchen is probably not in order because we're always in our room, right? For those of you who work from home, it's huge and quite important for you to exit out the house, not to do errands, but to change your energy field. Because if you're not changing 10 things in your home on the weekly basis to change the feng shui of that shit, the aura stays stagnant, right? The energy stays stagnant. And then again, you're wondering why you can't get things done. And that's because you also haven't shifted anything. Open up the windows. You know what I mean? Dust the area that you haven't touched before. All right. Also, for those of you who are in the office, go out and eat lunch. Oh, it's about to get cold. Listen, keep giving me excuses because I have a solution for all that. All that. Okay. Shift. If you work in a space where you just got your desk and that's where you're gonna eat, go to a local Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts, because I know y'all be stopping there anyways, and sit in there. Pop in something, change your environment so that when you go back to the office, you might have some motivation to finish your work. All right, don't try to go home. All right, so how y'all feeling? I wanted to make this video light so that you don't sit here and say, oh, that video was too long to learn about procrastination. Nah, we got enough in here for us to tackle. You guys also have the article. You have the Riki Box as well to help you out this month. So go ahead and join me on the other side. Join me on the other side of the internet. Okay? In our private little group. All right, so tell me in the comments below what area of your life do you procrastinate and who you might think about asking to hold you accountable. All right. I got more videos coming up for y'all. We here. I love y'all so much. May this video assist you in organizing not just your external, but your internal, right? Because when our external is organized, so is our mental. Throughout all of this, remember, if it's anything that you take out of this, is see where your emotions are at and act upon that. If you're feeling tired, why would you start a project? I'm just asking for a friend. Okay? All right. So I love y'all. Thank you for watching. go, go. I believe in you. Oh, let me finish my juice. Did y'all remind me? No. I didn't procrastinate. Now, am I the only one? Am I the only one that says procrastinate? Please let me know. I'm learning to shift it. Procrastinate. Procrastinate. All right, let me get off this. I love you.